Alright, so tonight is the 25th, January 2024. Last night we were working on getting the pistons and crankshaft out of the motor for the Firebird, and then I started doing the installation on the main caps, and I just got tired and decided to go to bed. But anyway, we're going to be starting with tonight. I've got this hole drilled, not tapped, and this hole drilled, and I started working on this one. So I got 2 done and 3.5 to go. So we're gonna do that. I got this new tripod thingy. We're gonna try it out tonight so I can do a little hyperlapse video while I'm working, and that way I can get a little bit more content and have just less of me standing around pointing a camera at something talking about it, because that's probably pretty boring. But that's what we're going to be working on for right now. That might be all we get to tonight, is getting these drilled, hopefully tapped tonight. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so right now we've drilled all 5 of these. We're on the last bolt hole here. They give you in this kit a little bushing. Wipe this off a second. A little bushing for your drill bit to fit down inside, and that just fits down in the bolt hole here. Make sure you're drilling in the right spot. And then I got the correct size drill bit as they call for in the instructions, and I'm just putting in some of the used motor oil. That's still very clean, honestly, down in here as my drilling lubricant to keep my bit cool. Keep everything working happy like it should. So I'm only going to videotape a little bit of this, but I've got starting to get wiped off right now, but right here there's a mark on my drill bit. I don't know if you can see that or not, of how deep I need to go to this collar, top of this, and that'll be the correct depth for my bolt hole. And then I'm going to go back through, and then I have to tap them all, make sure they have threads for these bolts, because right now the holes are drilled but they don't have any threads, so the holes are still currently too small to fit the bolts in. Here we go. So I'm just gonna do a couple of these and then call that good for this section of video. Alright, and then I'll pull it out. We got all these nice filings on our drill bit, if we can focus on it. There you go. Just wipe that off with my rag. Shake that out. Put a little more oil in here. Perfect. And we'll keep doing that until we reach the desired depth. That is what we're doing right now. Okay, so we got these all drilled out like you saw in the last little segment there, and we got these 4 tapped already. We got threads down in there. Just got to clean up a little bit of the burring. Sorry, a little bit of burring on the outside. But got them to the correct depth and got our threads down deep and straight where they need to be. Now I'm going to do a little
time lapse, whatever, of tapping out these last two. So you guys can see how that goes.
All right, here we go. Okay, so we got all those installed, all the caps, and took them all off, made sure everything was all clean, did a quick cleanup with some brake clean, sprayed down the whole engine, get all the chips and metal burrs out of there, all the shavings from all the drilling, and then I covered it up with a bag for the night. Tomorrow I'll come in here with some compressed air and blow out everything on the block, every hole. We're going to knock the freeze plugs out, make sure everything in there is nice and clean. Oil galley plugs, all that stuff's going to come out. So it'll just be bare block. We'll make sure it's all clean, blow everything out, and then we'll put all the caps back on them, torque them all down, and then it should be ready to head off to the machine shop. So that's what we're going to try and work on tomorrow night, if we get a chance to tomorrow night, or this weekend, whatever. That's going to be it for tonight. Once we get the motor tore down and cleaned up everything, ready to go to the machine shop, we'll probably start in on the transmission, and that may be this weekend or not, I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll see. There's plenty of other stuff to do. The motor mounts are going to be a much bigger task than I had anticipated. It turns out you actually have to take the control arms, and so motor mounts are there and there. They have bolts going through them. Well, they have nuts on the backside. There's nowhere to get to them, so you have to actually take the lower control arms out with the springs, and that gives you enough room to get a wrench on the backside of those 3 bolts. So that's what we're going to have to do that. A little bit bigger project than I was hoping, but okay, we'll figure it out. But yeah, lots of other stuff that we can work on once the motor's ready to go. So that'll be it for tonight. See ya.